Hi guys, welcome all of you. So in last session, we have seen how to read data from Excel file using Apache Py API. Okay, and for which we have created the generic method read Excel data. And to this generic method, we have passed a four argument. Okay, four parameters. So one is the path of the Excel that we want to read. Then it's sheet number and what row number we want to read and what is the column number. Okay, so these four parameters we passed, and according to that we got the value. So this is the method that we created in last session. Okay, read Excel data, and this method we are calling from this main method. Okay, with the help of object, and we are passing the path of the Excel file that we want to read, then sheet number, okay, zeroth sheet, third row and first column. So according to that we got the this cell value, okay, user1@test.com, right? So in this session we will see, instead of sending these four parameters, we will combine all these four parameters, okay, in a single parameter, and that we will send to our generic method. Okay, so some changes we need to do. So let me save this path into a string variable first. So string, let's say Excel path equal to, this is my value, okay, and that needs to be a string. Okay, so this variable I will use here. So here I am passing four parameters that is required, right? We require the Excel path, then sheet number, row number and cell number, right? So these are the four parameters. But at our generic method, so here we are using different four variables, okay, to get to catch that data. So instead of four variables, I am going to use a single variable. Okay, okay, I will store all this data from the calling method into a single variable, let's say data, right? So if we see what will be the value for data, so data value will be single value as a string. Okay, so this is a complete string. So from here also I will have to pass a single string. So this is our first string, and let me rearrange it. Okay, so this is first string, and we will add this remaining integers into a string. Okay, and we are concatenating these two with the plus sign. Okay, so what this will make a single string like this. Okay, so this is the value we are passing from this method. Okay, so this value will be passed to, okay, this our this generic method in data variable. So value of the data variable will be like this, right? Okay, so now our remaining code will remain same, just we need to separate our Excel file path, our sheet number, our row number and our column number from this string. Okay, so as you can see all these things are separated by the comma. Okay, so by using some method we need to separate all these four things. Okay, so how will you separate it? First, yes, put all the code in the try itself, so that if you get any error, that will be catched in catch block. Okay, so if you want to separate all these four values, okay, which are separated by the comma, you need to use the split function from the string class. Okay, so data dot, if you press the dot, it will give you a split function. Okay, so here you need to provide by which character you need to split the given string. Okay, so now I want to split this data string with comma. Okay, so that we will get four separate values. Okay, so after splitting any string we will get four different data, so that we will store into a string type of array, right? We are getting four different values, so that we need to store in string type of array. So let's say values uh, equal to, okay, so after splitting that string we will get four values. So what will be the first? the first value will be this one, right? Second value will be 0, then third, and then this is the column number, and this value will be stored at the array locations. So here how the values will be stored, so let me show you that. Okay, so values, 0th index. Okay, so 0th index of array, what value will be stored? The first value. So 0th value will be this Excel path. Okay, then at values 1, let me add these values quickly. Okay, at first index this value will be stored, then at second index the row number will be stored, and at last the fourth index, or at the third index, the column number will be stored. So after splitting this data string, you will get 4 different values, and that will be stored into the different array location. Okay, so now Excel path can be string. Okay, that is good for us, but we want sheet number in integer format, then row number and cell number both will be, but should be in integer format, but currently these values are in string format. Okay, so we need to convert them from string to integer. Okay, so Excel path you can directly use as a string. So let me store that into a separate string variable. Let's say string path equal to, and this is the value. So whatever value at value 0, that will be our path variable. Okay, so what value will be here? Excel path. Okay, the path of the Excel file that we need to read. So this value we will pass to this file constructor. So now first let's get our sheet number, row number and column number into a integer format. So how will you convert a string value into integer? So here I will show you to use the integer. Okay, dot value of. Okay, this is the function. So here you can pass a string argument. So what value I need to convert? The value 1. So whatever value stored at first index of the values array, that I need to convert into the integer. So okay, so these values will be string 0. So that string 0 will be converted into a integer 0. Okay, so that I can use it. So this value we will get as an integer, that I will store into a integer variable. So integer, this is our sheet number, right? This is sheet number equal to, better I will use this name. Okay, sheet number. Okay, so in similar fashion you can get the other two values, row number and column number. So you can copy this, and okay, now this will be my row number. Okay, and row number I will get integer dot value of whatever value stored at second index. Okay, so here I will make it second. So here I will just make it to 2. Okay, that is our row number, and next will be our column number. So that we will get from integer dot value of values of the third index. So whatever value stored at the third index, okay, that will be our column number. Okay, so all the 4 values that we need are ready now. Okay, the path of the Excel, then sheet number will be that should be in integer, then row number that should also be in integer, and then column number in integer. So all these are ready, so you just have to reuse that. So in last session we have already written this code. Okay, file input stream will require file as object. Okay, file object, and then depending upon that we will create a XSF workbook. So to that we will pass this file input stream object. Okay, so now if you want to read the sheet, that will be depending upon the workbook. So you need to use workbook dot get sheet at sheet number. So this is the integer value. Okay, so but we got the string value from the calling method, right? after getting the data and after splitting that using the comma, we will get the string values. Okay, but we want the integer value. That's why we converted all these three string values into the integer. Okay, and directly you can use it here. So sheet number, whatever sheet you want to read. Okay, so we are passing 0 here. So here we will get 0th sheet. So row number we are passing 3. And what is the column number we are passing? 1. So in this cell data, we will get the string value stored at this particular location. Row number 3 and column number 1 and sheet number 0. So this value we will get. Okay, user1@test.com. This is the row number 3 and column 0 1. Okay, as I already said, it will start from the 0. Okay, so row number 3 and column number 1. So we should get this value, right? So let me save it, and that value we are just returning. Okay, that we have already seen in last session. So let's go and run this. Let's see if it is working. Run as Java application. Okay, so you can see we got the value user1@test.com. So only a slight change we have done here to get the data in a single string variable. Okay, and split that data depending upon the comma. If you have used the semicolon here to separate the values, then you can split it with the help of semicolon. Okay, and then you need to convert into the integer. Okay, string to integer. So that's all for this session, guys. This is the second version. You can remember these steps. Okay, that will definitely help you in the interviews. So if you don't understand anything from this video, just add a comment or send me an email on ageautomation09@gmail.com. So thank you all of you. Keep learning and keep sharing.